Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Street Fighter II muscle figures from Super 7. That's right, muscle figures, officially licensed muscle figures. Super 7's been releasing these, and what's really cool about it is for the first time ever, we've been getting all these licensed properties in the muscle style, which is so very cool. We've seen things like Masters of the Universe, we've seen Alien, and now we're getting Street Fighter 2, which is amazing. So let's check these guys out. As you can see, they come in these very cool blister card packages that look just like the vintage muscle boxes, but with a cool Street Fighter 2 twist. It still has the original muscle logo across the top, which is an acronym for Millions of Unusual Small Creatures Lurking Everywhere. At least in the US it was. But we have the Street Fighter 2 game logo up here in the corner, and instead of like Kinnikuman here jumping across the background, we have Ryu done in this really cool muscle style, and then a blister card that shows 3 of our figures on the inside. If we flip that around to the backside again, it looks like the vintage packaging, but we have Ryu and M. Bison there. Ryu here, the World Warriors and I will be the true champs. Fool, I am Bison, and Shadaloo will destroy your warriors. Down below that, you can see that there are 12 to collect. We got Ryu, Ken, Chumlee, Blanca, Zangief, E. Honda, Guile, Dalsim. We got M. Bison, Balrog, Sagat, Vega. And then, of course, they let you know what else is available. I am so excited about this one right here. You see that? You see that? Mega Man coming soon? Oh, I cannot wait to see those. But until then, let's jump in to Street Fighter 2 Muscle. Okay, let's look at these figures outside of the box, guys. Holy cow, I love these. Seriously, immediately upon opening these, I love them. So if I bring in the tape measure, you can see that the figures stand right at the 2-inch mark. So they should fit right in with any of those old minifigures, those old Kenkeshi figures, original Muscle fans would love. They're done in that same kind of flesh tone that we always saw with those original Muscle figures in that first series. But look at the style of these guys. I absolutely love the sculpts here. They definitely gave the characters that kind of cartoony muscle-like look, which I love. They kind of have these rounder faces with like the big, very animated eyes there. I love, like, look at the smirk or the little frown there on Guile's face. How amazing is that? I just love the overall look of these guys. I think the sculpts are great. So let's look at each of the characters here. Let's see. What do we got? So we've got M. Bison standing there looking all tough with his arms crossed. Look at that. That's so cool. Look at the sculpts all the way around on these guys. They are so cool. And I gotta say that they feel nice and solid. So they're not soft and squishy. They do have a little bit of give to them. So they're not like rigid plastic. They're not like really hard. So there's a little bit of give to them. I think they're the right quality. I mean, they really feel like any of those vintage kind of 2-inch figures would, those minifigures would. So very cool. So there's Bison. We got Zangief, complete with the big patch of hair on his chest. Oh my gosh, look at this. Love these little guys. Standing front center here, I got Chumlee. Yeah. That was her kick. That wasn't very good. These are kick. That's what she used to say, right? In Street Fighter 2. We got E. Honda. Check him out. Man, I love the size of this guy. So very cool. Look at that. And see, like, even like his face paint, it's kind of sculpted on there, so you can tell that his face paint is on there. I really like that. That's very nice. We got Vega. I never played with Vega a lot as a kid, but I always liked him. I think it was because of the mask and the claw. He was definitely one of those ones that I always liked, but didn't use too often. I used him a little bit. Ryu was always my guy, though. Always played with Ryu. Same with him, like the paint with Honda. You can see like his dragon tattoo. It's like sculpted in there, so you can see that he has it. I really like that. We got Dalsim here. Very cool. Look at the skull necklace he's rocking. Same thing with the paint. You can see it kind of sculpted onto his face there, or his tattoos, or what have you. Very cool. There's that Guile, that frowny Guile. Like he's got his dog tags on there. Rocking that sweet hair. Oh, that's so cool. Sonic Boom! Blanca. Always love Blanca too, especially as a kid. He's the big green monster. How could you not? But love that. Look at that hair. Patch of hair on his chest, of course. Him and Zangief are chest hair buddies. So awesome. There's Sagat with that eye patch. The scar across his chest from that dragon uppercut. I love it. Gosh, these are so great. And then we got Ken back here and Ryu. They bring both of them up here together. They're kind of like brothers. not quite, but you know. You know. Love it. Look at that. Look at Ryu's face. I love the bandana wrapped around there. And then, of course, we got Balrog over here with his boxing gloves on. These are seriously so fun. I absolutely love the designs. We've got all of the World Warriors from that Street Fighter 2 video game that so many of us played so much when we were younger. And I know there's still a lot of Street Fighter fans out there now for all the modern games, but these are great if you're looking for some fun new collectibles to get for Street Fighter. These are really cool, great throwback to the vintage M.U.S.C.L.E line. And what I really like is they're pretty affordable by today's prices too. You can get each of the blister cards for $6, or you can get the full set, so that's all 12 figures, 4 packs for $24, and they're available right now on Super7Store.com. So I got to give a very special thanks to the folks at Super 7 for sending these along so we can get a good look at them outside of the packaging. I'm loving what they're doing with the M.U.S.C.L.E line. I hope we see more. I am so stoked for Mega Man. I cannot wait till those get released. But until then, I love these Street Fighter figures. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, my friends.